Hello to all my PvP maxis in Aurory. Our time is finally here. The nifty GG app tournament feature is finally live, and it has some great features that creators and players should be excited about, with more coming soon. So to all my PvP maxis, get ready to start earning more Aurory from being good at the game. Aurory Amiko Legends is making great steps forward into breaking into esports, and the nifty GG tournament feature will be the foundation that gets us there. So let me tell you guys everything about the nifty GG tournament feature, from creating tournaments, entering them, and also how to get your Aurory rewards out to your wallets. Let's get into it, my PvP maxis. Before we get started, let me explain to you lot what the nifty GG app is, because in reality it's the #1 hub for Aurory, because it allows you to learn all the information about the nifties, the bosses for PvE, tier lists, and a whole bunch of other things that you guys will need to help you progress within the game when it comes to your knowledge about the Amikos and how to use them in PvP to get yourself some victories to earn yourself some Aurory. The nifty GG app is fully connected to the Aurory backend. This means it can take out information that players cannot get, which is super valuable when it comes to team building, because in reality there's so many different nifties that you can use, and all of them play completely differently, and having all the information in an app like this is super needed for new players to help themselves become good players. And the nifty GG app is not just supported by the Aurory team, it's also fully supported and backed by the DAO, which is a DAO connected to the Aurory community. So now you've got a rough understanding on what the nifty GG app is and how you can use it to help yourself as a player. It's time for me to tell you the brand new feature, which is the tournament feature. Let's get into it. Before we get into all the different game modes that you can play on the nifty GG app, what we're going to do is show you basically the setup that most of the formats will have. So in reality, when you go onto the homepage, you'll have all the different game modes that you can select, and we're going to go into each one of them. But starting off, we're going to start with the single elimination format, because this is the most common tournament format that everybody's going to use. But next, you've got your eligibility. So you can have every single player be able to enter. Holders only. This means only players that have an Aurorian can enter this tournament. But you could also have it where all the players that don't own an Aurorian can enter this tournament as well, which I think is good and allows some flexibility and variety. Next, we have this button here, which allows you to host a private tournament. So if you click this setting here, once you create the tournament, there'll be a URL that you can send to players to check into the tournament. This will allow you to control the players that do enter your tournament and don't. Next, we have the tournament pricing. So this setting will basically allow you to basically say, oh, my tournament is free. Everybody can enter without paying. But if you don't want it to be like that and you want there to be a fee for whatever reason, you can type in the amount here, 5 Aurory, 10 Aurory. But this will allow you to have a bit more customization when it comes to your tournament creation. After you completed this page, we're going to go to the next one, which is basically the details of your tournament. So the title here will basically be whatever you want your tournament series to be. So for example, mine is called the Champion of Champions series, hosted by Zardenbex. So that's what we're typing into the title here. So after you're in your title, the next thing is your big description. So here is where you can write all the information about your tournament. But you also have the option to upload the image here, which basically explains everything. So you have two different ways you can basically lay out the information for your tournament. Next up, we have your maximum participants. This basically will have a cap on the amount of players you want in your tournament. So it could be 32, 18, or whichever number you want, or you can leave it blank. If you leave it blank, that means any number of players can enter in your tournament, and the bracket will basically cater for the odd number of people. Last bit of customization you can do is have a thumbnail and a cover image for your tournament. And basically the cover image will be the image that people will see when they're looking through all the tournaments before they click on it. And the thumbnail is basically the big cover image at the top of your tournament page. And I feel these two things will allow you to have a bit more eye-catching elements to your tournaments, and also allow you to have a whole branding around your tournament series, like how I do with my Champion of Champions series. And after you upload them, you get a little bit of a preview of what it will look like in your tournament page. And I think this is really cool because it allows you to have a whole bit of branding around your tournament series. And once you've done all of that, the next page is basically you setting up the times and dates for your whole tournament. So you have your start time, the registration time, and the end time of your tournament. Because say for example, if it's a league format or something else, the tournament can end when it decides to, or when all the battles are finished. And obviously this is super simple, so I don't need to explain how to write in detail to you guys. After this simple page, it's time for the most important one. And this is basically the format of your tournament. So at first you can put in your rewards. So it will allow you to have rewards for the top 3 players. And it's super simple. All you got to do is put in the number amounts here. And the great thing about the Nifty GG app is that you're allowed to basically deposit Aurory into the app, which means when you do payouts for your tournaments like this, it automatically gets sent to the player. So once you've done this setup, you don't have to worry about sending out the rewards yourself, which I think is a super cool little feature. But now it's time for your format of your tournament. So all these settings here can be dropped down. The first one is the rarity. So basically you have the legendaries to common. So if you do want your tournament to be 3-star up, you can take away these two, and then people can only use 3-star nifties. If people enter your tournament with a nifty that's a 4 or 5-star, they will automatically lose the game. Because like I said before, that Nifty GG app is connected to the back end of Aurory. So it can track all the things that happen so you don't have to worry. All you got to worry about is being a good host to your tournament. The next drop down menu is basically the prime and standard nifties. And this part will go away in the update coming soon when all the standard nifties get taken away. But for now, if you want to have prime only, you can click here. Click here. And if you want to allow all nifties to be played in your tournament, just make sure both of these are ticked. And then the next 2 bits are basically super niche, but it comes down to you. So you got your wall element. So if you want to have a very niche type of format, which is like only fire, water, and earth leaf nifties, you can do that. But you also have another feature, which is the banned feature. So for example, in the current meta, Goliath is a problem. So if you want to get rid of him and take him off the board, you can by just easily ticking that. And then you'll have a whole tournament format without Goliath. Obviously, they can't just like grey out 4 or 5-star nifties or a banned nifty. You as the player have to make sure you don't use any banned nifties at all. Because on the back end, you will automatically lose the game. And there's no rematches while using this feature. So after you've done all this creation, on the final page is the review. It basically allows you to read everything over and basically press create tournament. Obviously, I don't have the funds in the Nifty GG app right now to complete this one. But after that, you click the create tournament and then your tournament will be created, which is really cool. So now you've got the foundations on how to create a tournament on the Nifty GG app. Let me tell you about all the different game modes that you can create. First up, we have the single elimination format, which is the most common type of tournament format for everybody, which is a round-based format. So everyone will be grouped up in round 1. And to get to round 2, you need to win. And if you lose, you're out the tournament. So like I said, guys, it's the most common traditional format that everyone already knows. So let's get into the next one. Next, we have the leaderboard format, which is a super long one, but a fun one. And it also has a few little features on the Nifty GG app that will allow you to customize it to your liking. So you have the 2 traditional formats, which is knockouts and league. So now it's time to get into the 3 unique formats that creators can use. And there is 3 creator modes, We have one-on-one with creators, one-on-one with players, and one-on-one normal. All three are very similar, but all three have different setups to them. One-on-one creator version is basically a way for creators to set up matches for other players to play in, but they won't participate themselves. I think this is kind of cool for like creators. And the other version to this is one-on-one players. And this is basically the same format where you create matches with players, but you also will be playing yourself. So you'll be in the mix with everybody else. And the last one, one-on-one normal, basically has a fee for every single player to pay. So the creator and the players will all have like a 5 Aurory entry fee, and all this Aurory will go into a prize pool for everyone to play for. So to all you creators out there, there's 3 different modes that you can play in Aurory with backend support from the team. So there's definitely a version for every single type of creator out there. So now you know all the game modes on the Nifty GG app. It's time for me to tell you players, how do you enter tournaments, how do you find your battle codes, and the most important thing, how do you get your Aurory out of the platform to your wallet. So as a player, how do you find active tournaments and how do you actually participate in them? So let me explain it. So all you need to do is go onto the tournament page on the Nifty GG app and you can see all the active tournaments. And when you click on one, it will either be preparing or currently active. If it's active, you can't participate, which is upsetting. But in the registration phase, you can basically see all the information in the tournament. If you scroll down, you can see the rewards, the format, the banned nifties, and everything else. But once you enter one, the one thing you need to worry about is your battle code. And if you go over to matches and scroll down, you should be able to find your match. And the battle code is in the middle. So you type that in and you'll automatically find your opponent. And the results will be handled on the back end. So you don't have to worry about absolutely anything as a player, apart from winning. But if you are one of the lucky people that do win and get yourself some Aurory rewards, if you want to take it out, all you got to do is go to the top right icon, click on the image, and then go to withdrawals and type in the amount you want to withdraw, click the button, and then in a few hours, it'll be sent to your sole wallet address. But there is one thing you have to be aware of as a player. And that is, if you don't own an Aurorian, you can only enter into 2 active tournaments at a time. But if you are a holder of an Aurorian, you can be in 4 active tournaments at a time. So when the Aurory tournament season starts, you may want to look into getting an Aurorian just in case you miss out in entering some tournaments due to this rule. But the one great thing for players is that this app will allow you all to start earning some more Aurory outside of the core PvP system. Well, that's it guys. Now you have a full understanding of the Nifty GG app and its tournament feature from a creator's perspective on how to make them, and also from a player's perspective on how to enter them and earn yourself some of them juicy Aurory rewards up for grabs. But until next time guys, I'll catch you guys next time.